Divine Feminines. Welcome to the channel. This is your girl Gigi, and I want to thank God for stopping by and reviewing the video. Um, so divine feminine, and I want to go into saying, just because I'm saying divine feminine, it doesn't mean female. Feminine is just an energy that we all carry within us, male and or female. We all embody the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy. So some females are more masculine, and some, males are more feminine, which would put them in like a divine masculine, feminine type of energy. Whatever. Okay, but we just want to get on the road because here come another plane. I just finished the divine masculine one, and now I'm on to our asses. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get up in that sauce. So, divine feminine, how are you guys doing today? Darling, how are you doing today, darling? I am fine. So feminine. I want to talk to us about a lot of things that not only have I been going through, but I've been seeing other females go through as well. And it's especially when you're on the spiritual journey of awakening. It can be a lot. Like I said, it's been almost a year for me since my journey. Like I said, it could be a lot. And as feminines, we can hold on to a lot of things, but we are also very loving and very nurturing and very patient. Okay, a lot of us had to learn patience. I did. I had to learn that shit. um, I had to jump out of the Aries energy of being, impulsive and learn to sit your ass down and wait. Okay. And I feel like, and I've been seeing this ever since I started my journey. I've noticed, like, especially those of us who subscribe to like the twin flame soulmate type of situation, like the divine counterpart situation. I've been seeing, I haven't really seen males do this, but I've been seeing a lot of females do this, and that's bashing your counterpart, especially on like certain channels on YouTube and stuff like that. In the comment section or in the live, I've been seeing a lot of feminines bashing their counterpart because they are in a karmic situation. And I want to, say karmic situation does not have to be a relationship or a love interest or any type of way. It could be family, friends, it could be a job, it could be a lifestyle, it could be a way of being, right? It's just whatever you do too much of, that's toxic. Okay. um like I said, it could be anything: a family, a child, it could be a love interest, it could be friends, it could be co-workers, it could be a lifestyle, it could be just certain personalities of a person that's really toxic and stuff like that. So put it out there. And as divine feminine, we are goddesses, we are empress, we embody all four queens in one. Okay, we embody all four queens in one, like an emperor embodies all four kings in one. So like I said, a lot of us definitely be doing a lot of healing. And a lot of us still need to complete a lot of healing and stop putting a lot of shit off. A lot of us really need to get into that, that empress, you know, um, king of, queen of wands, like really light that fire and really go after the things that we need to go after and cut shit the fuck off. People, places, and or things that no longer serve, that no longer serve us. Cut that shit the hell off and move forward. All right. A lot of us been in stuck energy. A lot of us have been procrastinating and ain't doing what the fuck we supposed to be doing. A lot of us have been, worrying about the masculine more than ourselves, and some masculines have been worried more about the feminines than themselves. Some of y'all been tarot spying. Some of y'all have been, some of y'all masculine has been spying. Some of y'all spying on your masculines and stuff like that. And I want to say, I'm not here to bash anyone to say no, stop that, don't do that. It's normal. It happens. Everything is in moderation. Just make sure you pull back and make sure you say, hey, this is a little too much. Let me take the focus off of this person or this situation and put it back on me. What do I need to do with myself to get me in alignment to me and find my goddess and my empress mode? You know what I'm saying? Let me do a lot of things that I need to do. And like I said, a lot of it could be codependency. A lot of us can be abandonment issues. A lot of it could be, a lot of trauma we had, through childhood to now. Especially if you're a divine feminine like me that has been bashed, not want to say bashed, but has been talked down on about the way you look and your body type and educational situations or whatever. A lot of us have definitely allowed things to especially when you're a child. You can't control what people say to you as a child, but you can control it when you become old enough to defend yourself. And a lot of us, we have codependent narcissistic family members, especially narcissistic family members, child, or friends, or environments, or love interests, or whatever, and we allowed it to get out of hand. We have to learn how to take accountability and say, yes, I can't control what happened to me as a child, but I can control what happens to me as an adult, and I choose to not carry that burden with me into life. And like I said, I've carried a lot of things in from my childhood into my adulthood that wasn't my fault. Wasn't But you got to look at a lot of things you know um, as contractual agreements. Your parents, your friends, work environment, lifestyles, and stuff like that. It's all contractual agreements. These are all things that you, as a human, your soul wanted to experience before, in this life. You signed up for this. You signed up for this before you were born. And it's in a lot of things, especially like I'm gonna put me out there and say, like I grew up with a lot of masculine females. Like I didn't have a female that was really, really feminine and in the goddess mode, and really, just oozing femininity. Like the females that I grew up, like my mom and my sisters were very masculine. They were very, you know, I gotta take care of the household, and I gotta be the provider, and I gotta, do this and do that. Very masculine, very masculine. So I never grew up with that feminine energy. I've always grown up to be different. I've always grown up to be, I just came into the acknowledgement of that I'm a creative. I'm a creative, and that's just who I am, and that's what I do. I'm a creative, and when you're a creative, you're definitely different from other people. You're not like other people. And like I said, especially with me when I was younger, I definitely had to check that. I definitely had to go through my own trials and tribulations as a child, and my especially when I was younger. I, always been like overlooked. So me growing up in school and being in school, like I've always been chosen last or not chosen at all, so I kind of adapted to that of not being chosen. So I put myself into the category of being invisible. Like if people don't see me, they won't notice me, and then I won't have to go through the rejection phase of everything, right? That was the called fear. Your fear of rejection, your fear of abandonment, your fear of not being seen, not being needed, not being wanted, not being desired, those type of phases. And like I said, it started from in my home. It started from a young age of not being seen, not being heard, and constantly being let down. Like I had a mother who put other things before my needs, and that's how I kind of grew up. I kind of grew up with my needs are not that important. Everybody else's needs is more important than mine. Let me do for others and not do for me, and that's not right. But like I said, everybody in your life is here to teach you a lesson, and my lessons and stuff like that that I learned from my mother was, you have to find the empress within yourself. I can't teach you how to be an empress because or a goddess because I'm not a goddess, or I'm not in my full divine feminine energy and stuff like that. I'm still in my masculine energy. So I can't teach you how to be this person. Like you have to find who you are on your own and stuff like that. And like I said, I grew up with a narcissistic stepfather. So he would tear me down and tell me, you're not good at this, or, just really nasty, mean things. And it kind of kept me in this box, and it kept me in this bubble of I'm not good enough, I'm not desired, and nothing I ever do will be great. So at a point in time, I just stopped trying to make find ways and things to make people happy because I just adapted to the I'm not good enough mentality because when I was a kid, so that's what I was always told. So that's what you as a kid tend to believe in, but it's not the truth. Like I said, people are in your life to teach you certain things. So if you grew up with people telling you that you're not good enough, it's because your lesson is to find that you are good enough, and that wherever people are telling you that you can never succeed in areas that you are good to, you're great. You are creative, and that's just that. Like I said, a lot of people, like I said, I was very sheltered. I want to say sheltered as a child, so I couldn't go nowhere. I really couldn't do anything, and that kind of played into my life as an adult. Not wanting to go anywhere, not wanting to do anything, being really hermit, and kind of shut down. And as time went on, I started to develop my own toxic way. We all develop toxic way of being, whether it's communication, whether it's a lifestyle, whether it's how we handle things. Like I became like procrastinator. I really didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I really, pushed me all the way to the back to the side. Especially during school ages, I was like codependent because it's like I needed people to need me. I needed people to like me. I needed people to notice me and stuff like that. And then I guess when I got into high school, it's kind of when I just like really pushed myself into like invisibility because it's like, if I'm not here, you don't notice me. If I'm not here, if I'm quiet, you won't see me. And it's like you see me, but you won't notice me and stuff like that. So that's something that I had to really put myself out there. And and me, I'm the type of person that, I attract a lot of energy and a lot of attention because of my personality and who I am. And I never really understood that. Like, I never really understood that, a lot of, like I said, a lot of people can see you before you see you. And I've always been a motivator. I've always been somebody that always, spoke my words. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been quiet and, like I said, I've definitely been like the people pleaser, the pushover. And, now it's to the point where I'm telling people off, I'm telling them the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because when you lie to yourself, you open the door for other people to lie to you as well because you're not being real and authentic with you. So how can someone else be real and authentic with you if you're not being real and authentic with you? You have to look at it that way. And we are definitely coming into the time of that. We are really taking that step back and focusing on us and saying, what do I want to do? I wanted to do so many things, and that I was told that I was never good enough, so I never achieved it. And it's time for you, divine feminine, to step into that damn power and to say, you not gonna tell me what I'm not good at because you are too scared to achieve your dreams and to follow your destiny. Like you're not gonna tell me that I'm not good enough because I got back fat and I got a stomach, and or tell me that I'm not pretty enough because I'm not a certain complexion, or my hair texture isn't good enough because it's not straight and stuff like that, or this, that, and the third. Like you have to come into the energy of when you love things about you. Let me tell you something. When you start to love the things about you that people always talk shit about, it makes them look stupid because other people are going to be like, well, why are you talking about this person? Like they don't even care. Like they love themselves. Why do you care so much about what their flaws? Like why are you trying to bring them down so much? And you have to really step into your mode. And you sometimes we got to be the queen of swords, okay? Sometimes we got to be the queen of swords, and we just got to cut people the fuck up and out. Hey, divine feminine. And we really need to continue to heal those childhood traumas and those things that we feel bonded to, and all the things that people told us that we're not, that like where we are good enough. You got to really just take a step back and say, I've been putting so much focus on things that no longer, that doesn't serve me, that's not really giving me any situation, that's not really, it's not making me happy, it's not giving when it's giving. You know what I'm saying? It's not an equal give and take. It's not doing anything for me. Like I need to really start to get into my moment where I can sit up here and say, I'm glad that I did this because this is the outcome of that. And a lot of divine feminines, including me, definitely had to learn how to just like release control, because we want to be in control with everything. We want to know who, what, when, where, why, and how. We want to know what this person is doing and how this is going to take off and how this is going to happen and this, that, and the third. And you got to go, you got to understand that plan into manifestation. And if you're not allowing yourself to be open to the possibilities and the changes and allow God to surprise you, like me, I'm a person that I ain't like surprises. I did not. It's like, don't surprise me. Like, I want to know the plan. I want to know this. I want to know that. And now I'm just into the energy of surprise me. Like, I'm gonna take my step back, and sometimes it's hard for us to take that step back, and sometimes it's hard for us to move back and say, move back and slide to the left, slide to the right, reverse, reverse. Sometimes it gets a little hard for us, but we have to do it. We have to learn how to just get out of that emperor and step into that empress mode and just say, I'm just going to relax today. I'm going to release it. I'm going to just go with the flow, and I'm going to just do things that make me happy. I'm going to just learn how to be more of an empress goddess, and I'm going to just, blah, 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 blah. And I want to say, those, especially on Twin Flame Journey, I think I can attest, it's not the easiest journey, but I also want to say, just because you are on this journey does not mean that you're coming into union with your counterpart. It does not. So don't allow these other readers and these other people to tell you that you are coming into union with your person, because it could be a totally different person. That person that you're connected to could just be here for your awakening. They could just be here to, you know, as your catalyst to get you into that situation, to get you into that thing. And if you are a person that's in a karmic situation, just know the karmic is needed. Okay, the karmic is needed to show you and to show you that you are worth whatever your heart desire, and to show you that this situation is not you. It's not what you desire. It's not what you want. It's hindering you instead of making you. You know what I'm saying? This situation, and I want to say, just when I say karmic, I'm not just talking about a person. I'm talking about, family members. I'm talking about a job. I'm talking about a lifestyle. I'm talking about a way of being, personality traits, or whatever. Because some divine feminines are narcissistic and manipulative. So now here you are in a situation where you're being, manipulated, and you have, people being narcissistic towards you, because that's the energy you put out. You understand what I'm saying? You've ghosted people, now people ghosting you. You treated people wrong, now people treating you wrong. Or you treated certain situations fucked up, so now those situations are treating you fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? How the karma comes back? Like, you can't punch somebody in the eye and then expect not to get punched in your face. You can't. You cannot do that. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out here and start shit and expect shit not to pop off on you. You know what I'm saying? Um, like, really get into your empress mode and really figure out what you want to do and really put the focus on you. And like I said, I know this twin flame journey, for those who subscribe to it, can, especially if you're not on a twin flame journey, but you're just on a journey of healing and ascension and growing, it could be a really hard journey, because it's some of those, traumas that you don't want to look yourself in the face, and you don't want to battle them. You don't want to do that shadow work, but it's needed in order for you to really find your true self and your true authenticity. Like, your true, who are you? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, who am I? And if you can look yourself in the mirror and go, who am I? And say, I don't know, that's a problem. That's an issue. That's a situation that you really need to get yourself together and align to. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I just want to say, like I said, and I told the Divine Masculine this as well, like, people are put in our life to tell us things about ourselves, so we can go out there and we can prove ourselves, other. You not good enough, nobody's gonna like you, blah blah blah. All of this crazy things people tell us about ourselves, you know, and we take that on. We live with it. We put that in our book bag. We put the book bag on our backs, and we go through life. We go on a journey with that in our bag, and it's not fair. It's not fair. But as an adult, you gotta learn how to drop that book bag off and say, this is no more. I will not do this. I will not be this. And even when I first started my journey, I've seen a lot of divine feminine go into these, these on YouTube, and in the live chats or in the comment section, and they will bash their divine masculine. You know what I'm saying? They will bash their divine masculine. Oh, he don't call me. He ain't shit. He chose his family over me. Or he chose a job over me. Or he chose a karmic, relationship over me. He did this. He had a baby with somebody else. And it's like, why are you so bitter? Why are you so focused about what he chose over you? And why you're not focused on what you're choosing over you? You're choosing to allow a situation that you have no control over to control you. To get into your mind. Do you not understand that when you're in that low vibrational energy, you're susceptible to all negativity. All negativity. And just look at it. Why would God bless you with something so beautiful, a connection so pure, a connection so lovely, if you're sitting there and you're being just disgusting? You're sitting there talking shit about your counterpart. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there, and so much resentment and so much just bitterness that you're not understanding, that you're projecting. You being in that energy of bitterness and ill will and ill intent is manifesting. It's manifesting. He could go and he could stay with that person. Okay. So now you saying, you putting it out there, you saying, I don't care, he could go, he could stay with that person. I don't care. You putting so much stress and so much negativity and so much, trauma and so much just ill, ucky and gookiness on yourself that you're manifesting that this person continue to stay with this person so you could keep on spying on them and you could continue to be on, on 10 and being in this toxic energy and being a narcissist and being manipulative and being bitter because this person didn't call you for your birthday, or this person didn't call you, or didn't text you Merry Christmas, or didn't come back for Valentine's Day. So what? Why are you worried about what somebody didn't do? Can you at least remember the good times that y'all had, the laughs that y'all had? You know what I'm saying? The conversations that y'all had. Why are you sitting up here, dwelling and living on negative situation and negative energy? Why are you doing that? Why are you putting yourself in so much more hurt than what you should do, what you need to be? Why are you doing it? Why are you sitting up here binge watching? And you have to understand, the more when you don't let go, and like I said, I've been through this and stuff like that. When you hold on to something it's like when you hold on to something and you don't give it space, you're suffocating it. Right? You're suffocating it. You're suffocating it. You're suffocating. It's so much more you can do with your time. Start a business, go to school, pick up more hours at work, get another job. Like, what is your soul's mission? What is your soul's mission? What are you supposed to be doing? And I have to, and even me as a person, have to take a step back and ask myself, like, what are you supposed to be doing? What's going on? What's happening? Ask yourself that. Mental check-in. Mental check-in. What's going on? What's happening with me? You have to heal your codependent problem. You have to heal your fear of rejection. You have to heal your abandonment issues. You have to heal your trust issues. You have to heal your traumas because you are projecting all of those negative ass energies onto your counterpart. And I'm not saying that your counterpart isn't doing that to you, but let's just say if he is in a situation with a person, a baby mama or a wife, you want this to be so much about you, and it's not about you. He needs to leave that person because this is happening, or he needs to do this because this is happening. Cut the woe is me. Cut the woe is me. It's not about you, and it's never going to be 100% about you. It's about the mission. It's about spirit. It's about what you need to be doing. If he was married before, if your divine counterpart, your divine masculine or your divine feminine, whatever, was married before you met them, or they decided to marry the karmic or choose their family over you, it's a reason why. Look at your energy. Do you think you're ready for a situation like that? Look at yourself. Just take a step back and look at the energy that you are projecting out there. You don't have good communication skills. You don't have patience. You don't have compassion. You don't have any of that at this moment. So why would God allow such a divine connection to come into your energy? And when you get mad, look at the things that you're going to say. Look how you're going to act when things don't go your way. You're going to act just like the karmic situation. Just like the karmic situation. That's how you're going to act. Look at yourself in the mirror and notice your own toxic traits and your own toxic ways and your own toxic being. I have to look at myself and I have to notice where I was fucked up at in my life when it comes to, the energies that I put out there. You have to do the same thing with you. You have to look at yourself and say, well, I haven't been treating me good. I haven't been paying attention to me. I haven't been focusing on me. I've been doing this to people. This is how I act in relationships. When things don't go my way, this is how I act. This is what I do. This is what I say. Why would you want to put yourself in that situation? You don't know what your divine counterpart is going through on their end. You don't know what they're going through. So instead of you taking a step back and focusing on yourself and sending them, healing vibes and love and just goodness, you just project it and putting out and sending them so much nasty ass energy, and you wonder why they don't call you. You wonder why you don't get a text message. Why are you so focused on what he ain't doing or what she ain't doing? What are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to be doing? Where you at? What's going on? What's happening with you? What's happening with you? What's happening with you? It's not, no. I'm not asking, it's not about them. It's about you. I'm asking you. What are you supposed to be doing? Where are you supposed to be at, huh? Where are you supposed to be at? What are you supposed to be doing? Answer yourself that. It's not about them. It's never been about them. It's always been about you. Getting you together. Getting you to where you need to be. Aligning you with you. Like I said, I have to look myself in the mirror and I have to ask myself that question. I have to sit up here and go through my own emotions and everything like that. Sometimes you're not meant to be with your divine counterpart, your twin flame, your soul, whoever. Sometimes you're not meant to be with them, and it's okay. Sometimes it's karmic justice to walk away. Sometimes the mission is for them to miss out on this lifetime. Sometimes it's just what it is. Sometimes you have to step back and say, baby girl, remember your name. Baby boy, remember your name. Remember who you are. Remember your self-worth. Remember what you deserve. Remember that person you manifested in your book, that relationship you manifested in your book. You have to be that to yourself. You have to be able to be one with yourself. Take yourself out. Love on yourself. Spoil yourself. Do things for yourself. Don't be so codependent on needing him or needing her. Don't do that. You have to take it as it is what it is, win or lose. Like if it's meant for me, it's gonna come back, and if it's not, then I got something else is gonna come in. And that's what it is. And you have to just put out forgiveness and just forgive the situation. Forgive yourself for being so negative and holding on. It's like I said, y'all don't understand. It's like if this person is with karmic friends or karmic families, or he's with a karmic lover, and that person is doing him dirty or doing her dirty and putting them through all this stress, and then they gotta come and they gotta deal with your stressful ass too. They gotta come and they gotta deal with your bullshit. Yo, why you don't do this and why you ain't do that. They gotta deal with that on their end, and then they gotta come to you and you putting them through the same fucking shit? That's unfair. That's highly unfair. Highly unfair. Highly unfair. And it's unnecessary. Stop making it about you. Oh, well, you don't do this for me and you don't do that. Baby girl, do it. Let me tell you what you do. You got 2 phones? If you got 2 phones, text your fucking self. Write yourself good morning text messages. Write good morning sticky notes around the house. Like, do something for you. Okay? Do something for you. Take yourself on a walk. Change your diet. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something for you. Create a mental... Just take your mind off of what the fuck they got going on and what they doing. Love them from a distance. Send them healing vibes. It's okay if you go, you pull back from tarot or whatever, and, you pull from being all up under their ass, because now they got a person that they trying to get from that's all up under their ass, and you all up under their ass, and they feel that energy. They feel you pulling on them. They feel the pressure coming from you. They feel it. Get your shit together, Divine Feminine. Because Divine Masculine is trying to get their shit together. They trying to get out the situation that they in. For those who's trying to get out of. They trying to get out the situation that they in. and you just sitting there suffocating the situation and suffocating the situation and suffocate. I'm not saying it's not. It's like you gotta totally forget and think and clear them out your mind and blah blah blah. But change your perspective on it. Imagine if you were in that situation. How would you feel? Wouldn't you want people to give you space to grow, give you space to heal, give you space to become a better you? Wouldn't you want somebody to do that for you? Somebody who said that they genuinely care about you? Wouldn't you want them to do that too? Wouldn't you? So why you can't do that for them? Why you can't say, you know what, I'm gonna take a step back and I ain't gonna focus on them. A spirit which I got for me. Sometimes y'all need to go into your spirit guides and pray to God and ask them to help y'all with y'all traumas and your own issues. Ask them to help y'all to detach. Ask them to help you, get your mind off of it and to open and to be open and receptive to new ideas and new energy and stuff like that. Go out. I don't give a damn if you gotta go on a dating site and just meet people, talk to them on the phone, hang out with them, let them know what you're looking for. Like, I'm just looking for a friend to hang out with, to go out with. I ain't looking for sex, I ain't looking for this, I ain't looking for that. Some of y'all need to get your boots smoked. I'm just saying, some of y'all need to get your boots smoked. It's been a long time. Y'all celibate, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time, you need to get your boots smoked. Oh, man. But it comes a point in time, Divine Feminine, where you have to really just say, what do I want? What's going to make me happy? You understand what I'm saying? What do I want to achieve in life? You know what I'm saying? If you want to become a YouTube influencer, okay. Become that YouTube influencer. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna cook? Are you gonna have hair? You're gonna do hair, you're gonna do makeup, you're gonna do fashion, or you're gonna be a lifestyle channel? Like, you're gonna be into like DIYs and arts and crafts and stuff like that. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you good at? What is your passion? Where's your heart? And that's where you go towards. Of course, people are going to come in and say, oh, you think you're good enough. People are going to come in and they're going to, continue to throw rocks at your insecurities. And you say, okay, and so what? Like, I told myself, I'm going to be a beach babe this year. Like, I'm going to be a beach babe with my back fat out and my side rolls out. And if people don't like it, then don't look. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to be in my face. If you don't like what I wear in my bathing suits, okay, and so what? I love it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to love who you are. You have to be one with yourself. Like, do things for yourself. Like, get into Zumba, get into yoga class, change your diet. Like, really become that empress. Like I said, I grew up with masculine feminines. I didn't have anybody to show me what an empress or a goddess was. I didn't have that. All my mother and my sisters are masculine energies. So that's how I grew up. I grew up in a masculine energy. And my mother, and I look at it as her mission in life was to be masculine towards me so I can go and research and do some deep diving within and pull out and find the goddess and empress energy within myself. You get what I'm saying? For myself. My biological father was never there for me to discover what love from a man was truly like. For me to understand what love from a man was like, what it felt like to be, fatherless and stuff like that, and not to have the love of a father. And then my mother married a narcissist. And here he come with the you can never be, you're not smart enough, you're not cute enough, you're fat, you're this, you're that. And his job was to tear me down so I can build me up. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes people are put in your life for different reasons. When people are put in your life to tell you what you're not capable of, it's because they know that they have their own trauma that they definitely haven't dealt with. So they project that on you. If they wasn't shit, why you gonna be something? I said that's a divine masculine. Maybe I need to go and check out that divine masculine read. If they wasn't shit, why should you be it? If your mother was never an empress or a goddess or whatever, why? What the fuck do they need? Why are you a goddess? What makes you so special? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta pick up your crown and say, baby, today's the day I choose to remember my name from now on. You understand what I'm saying? Today's the day I choose to be in my flow energy. When you flow, so many things open. You know, the door opened in so many different ways. And it was times when I used to apply for jobs that I really, really wanted and they never selected me. And I used to be like, I used to be on myself like, why? You know, why they didn't, like I would be really, really good for that job. But then you had to take a step back and be like, is that job gonna be good enough for me? Is that where I need to be? Like, if I was to take that job, right, would I truly be happy 6 months from then? Ask yourself that. How many times have y'all went to a job or y'all been in school or y'all done something because y'all wanted it so bad, and then after a while y'all just like, I'm kind of over this, or it's like y'all get that crush, right? It's that person that you crush on so much, and then that first conversation that y'all get, that first conversation that y'all have, you just like, ew, why did I even like this person? You know, you have to take a step back and say, spirit blocked it from me because it wasn't meant for me. And it could be it's not meant for me at all or just not at the moment. You know, you want to be a supervisor? You never been a supervisor before? Okay, apply for supervisor position. It's people that never been a lead, that never had any type of leadership in a job, period, and they supervisor, their managers. You know why? Because they took that leap of faith and they applied to it. They say, you know what, I deserve this. You know why? Because I know that this is something that I can handle. This is something that I can do, and this is what I want to do, and I am going to make it happen. And they didn't give up, and they kept on doing it. They kept on working on themselves. They kept on applying to different things, and somebody gave them the opportunity and the chance, and boom. So you have to be that to yourself. You have to be your own employer and give yourself the opportunity for growth and expansion. Your opportunity to see what it truly is. Like, I'm gonna tell you, it's a tree that I have. I'm not too sure if y'all can see it. Um, it's right in the, I can't even point, but it's a tree that I'm looking at, and it's in the shape of a dinosaur, like a stegosaurus. I've looked out this window plenty of times and never noticed that tree. Plenty of times. Numerous of times, and never noticed that tree until today. And I looked at it and I said, that tree is like a dinosaur. And what is a dinosaur to you? A dinosaur was to me was power, was well being, was fearless. You know? They were fearless. They did what they did. You know, they stayed in their element, but trust me, baby, a T Rex gonna come do it. A T Rex gonna tear shit the fuck up. They didn't play. You know what I'm saying? A long neck was gentle and stuff like that, but one goddamn whip of that damn neck and you went flying. A stegosaurus with the spikes on his back. A pterodactyl. They gonna swoop the fuck in and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta just look at it and look at these animals and and what they represent and what resonate with you the most, and say, you know what? That's me. I'm a T-Rex. That's me. I'm a long neck. I'm a stegosaurus. I'm a pterodactyl. Like, whatever dinosaur you fucking resonate with. Whatever, if you a dragon. I don't give a goddamn if you an ogre. Like, I don't give a damn if you resonate with being a moose. Okay? Be who you, make the best out of it. But as a divine feminine, also be a creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, even me when I was in school, and I want to say that I've always, I've definitely dealt with my fear of rejection in school. Definitely being picked last or not being picked at all. So, you know what I did? Like I said, I made myself invisible. I sat in the back of the class. I've skipped class because, I didn't want to go into class because I was dealing with my own self-worth and self-esteem issues at that time. I didn't feel like I was good enough. But now, hell, if you don't like me, who cares? Don't look at me. You know what I'm saying? I've dealt with my own fear of rejection, and I was always that female that always wonder why other females didn't like other people didn't like me, especially females. You know what I'm saying? Like females always didn't like me for some reason, and I was just like, why the fuck other people don't? And this is me as in school ages, like, and this even happened recently at a job. And I've noticed people don't like me, but the people that don't like me tend to be people that always click up and they gang up, and it's like they start off by talking to me, and then it kind of like pulls back to the point where they don't talk to me. But when they see me, they talk about me. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you don't like me, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me or don't talk about me. It's like, why do y'all feel like the need to talk about me? And I started to say, um, I started to think to be happy about that, because that means that I was different. That means that I'm um important enough to for y'all to take time out of y'all day to talk shit about me. I'm important enough for y'all to take time out of y'all day to, you know, pop y'all gums. I'm important enough to take time out of y'all day to be on y'all mind. I thank y'all. Thank people who's like that. Thank people who's like that. Like I have people to talk about me, talk about my looks, and I'm ugly, and I'm this, and I'm that, and I'm just like, okay. Now I see them this day, and they trying to figure out who their baby daddy is, and it's like, oh well, okay. It's like all this shit you talk about me and where you at in life. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, and I used to always wonder, I remember when this was a moment in my life. I believe I was about 12, and my older sister lived with me, and we and her wore the same size in shoes. And she had these shoes. They was from Payless, child. They were some shoe boots, because we wasn't on we was on the budget, child. And I remember I was 12 years old, and I was going to school, and I had on this skirt with this nice. It was like a nice little outfit. Like I said, I didn't have much, and I used to get teased on that too. Because other girls had like the every pair of Jordan and the True Religions and the North Face coats. They was name brand and designered up, and I couldn't afford that, so I was made fun of because I didn't have, and stuff like that. And it's like, okay. And I remember. Um, I put on my sister's shoes. I think I had on stockings and stuff like that. And I put on my sister's shoes. And this was like around the time they first started integrating, where I live at. They first started integrating junior high and high school. They started putting them together. It was like slowly coming together, but they was like slowly putting the next grade in. So, it went from like pre-K to kindergarten, pre-K to fifth grade. So they started to add the sixth grade, and then they added the seventh grade, and and stuff like that. So this was, like I said, this was a while ago. This was a long time ago. Um, and I remember I was like where my apartment, I the way my room was directly next to my mother's room, and then it was like my bathroom across from that and stuff like that. And I was standing in the corner because I had my little brother and I had my niece, and we would all go to school together because, like I said, they was integrating all the grades together, like the junior high and elementary school together. So I was like, we all went to the same school, and we all walked to school together, and I was cute. I was cute as fuck. Like I had on these shoes. It was my first time in heels, child. I just knew I was something, right? And my mom came out the room and she caught me, and she was just like, oh fuck that. You're not gonna be 12 years old out here in these heels and stuff like that. And my mother always expressed to me, her insecurities of her never being able to walk in the heels. So, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was a moment in life, because that was a moment where I felt like my femininity was rejected, where it was like I wanted to expose myself to this girly side, and I wanted to be cute and sexy and feel good, and it was just like, no, not happening, can't do it. And my mother never bought me heels after that. Like it was like, you want heels? No, you're not gonna wear heels, you're gonna wear these flats. So I started to become more tomboyish, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't explore my feminine side, because who wanted to be in flat shoes all the time? You know what I'm saying? Like who wanted to be in flats? So I started to be, started to explore my tomboy options. I wore my sneakers and my sweatpants and my jeans and stuff like that, because it was like, if I can't be girly, then I'm gonna just be a dude. That was my attitude. Like, I'm gonna just be one with the boys. And I've always felt like I was one with the boys. I've always been an aggressive female because I grew up with, masculine females. So I've always took on that energy within myself. And especially my femininity, being rejected and me not being able to wear, girly stuff or things that made me feel more girly, you know, um, played a part. It played a part. So you got to look at that as well. And like I said, I've definitely grown up to, wearing, my weaves and not like weaves, like wigs and stuff like that, but like my box braids, my braid extensions and stuff like that, and my ponytails. And like I said, I never had a female that really showed me how to be a goddess and an empress and how to take care of myself, like how to live in that goddess and empress mode. So you know what I'm saying, it just with me, I just became the dude. I just became one of the guys. I wanted to hop the gates with them. I wanted to run the yard with them. I wanted to, I just wanted to, I just embodied being a dude. Like, we talked about the girls and and all that other stuff. And they was just like, yo, you a female and you want to hop gates and run around with us? And I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm one of the boys. You know what I'm saying? Uh, um, so that was me. And even now to this day, I'm girly, like, 'cause I could go out there and I could flirt. Like, it took me a long time to wear shorts and a dress and stuff like that. I was not that type of person. I was not that type of person growing up. Like, you put me in shorts and a dress, child, please, you got me fucked up. And, um, I said, like, I never wore makeup. Like, none of my sisters wear makeup. They don't wear wigs and stuff like that. They get their hair done in weaves and stuff, but like I said, they were still very masculine. So, you know what I'm saying? And these are things that I feel like I had to grow up with because it was something that I needed to teach myself how to become my own empress and stuff like that. Like the goddess, I needed to teach myself how to be a goddess and a queen and within myself, I needed to pull that out of me, and I needed to say, like, this is what I want, and this is who I am, and act upon it. So now I'm in that energy of acting upon it, and a lot of us need to be in that energy of acting upon it. It's like manifestation. You are the energy you put out. If you manifest it, you can't sit on your ass and expect it to come back towards you. You got to go out there and you got to put the work in, divine feminine. You got to go out there and you got to co-create. You got to make shit happen with the universe. If you want a certain job, if you want to go to get that degree, you got to go and you got to apply to that school, and you got to go and you got to go to the classes, and you got to do the work and stuff like that, right? You have to do the work. And especially, like I said, going back towards me, when it was me not knowing why females don't like me. I remember a person told me, like my mother's friend time, I was in elementary school one time. She told me, she was like, when people don't like you, it's because it's something about you that you possess that they wish that they had. And that stuck with me throughout my entire life. And me, I've always been a tomboy, so I could laugh with the guys, I could joke with them and stuff like that. And that was something that attracted guys towards me, because I wasn't out there putting myself out there. I wasn't out there sexually exploiting myself and wearing things and partying and drinking and smoking and having sex and all this other stuff. Like, I didn't have to put on heels and a dress and makeup for the opposite sex to find me attractive. Like, it was just my personality. It was me going in there cracking jokes and being aggressive and just being me that attracted them towards me. And a lot of females didn't understand it. It was like she's not skinny like me, and she doesn't get her nails done, and she doesn't wear makeup and wigs and weaves and heels and dresses and stuff like that. She's not girly. Like, it was like they had a temper tantrum. Like, she's not girly. And here I am with this feminine energy, and I'm oozing this feminine energy, and I'm coming off sexual, and I'm showing off my body parts and wearing provocative clothes, and here she is in fucking Uggs and sweatpants and a hoodie and shit like that, and you guys find her sexy, you find her attractive, you find her, you think she's better than me, and that was the energy. And now looking back at it, I can laugh at it, because it's like, I've noticed a lot of females copying me, and like, If I wore a certain type of braids, and I give it a while, they would come to work with those certain type of braids. If I acted towards somebody in a certain type of way, they started to act towards that person in that way too. And it's like it doesn't work because you're not me. Like I am an original. I am a specific divine feminine. I am a specific goddess. I am a specific empress. Like you are not me. You are you. I am a creative. So I am in my element and flow, and you have to be in yours. You cannot copycat me. I am not that type of person. And I have to, now coming into that, I'm understanding who I am. And I'm like, baby girl, remember your name. You are a creative. You are one of a kind goddess. You are one of a kind empress. You are one of a kind divine feminine. You are one of a kind divine being. Remember your name. Remember who you are. And people are, because you are a creative, people are going to copy you. And I used to say that I hate people that copy me. Like, be original. Be you. Be original and be you. Why are you copying me? It's okay to be inspired, but don't copy. Like, that was my energy. And now I'm just like, people are just gonna copy. And you understand what I'm saying? So with my journey, I had to go through all of these different transformations and these healings and stuff like that. And there was some things that I was holding on to that, baby, I ain't want to heal. I ain't want to see. I ain't want to touch it. I ain't want to think about it. You know what I'm saying? I did not. Like, I could sit up here and really appreciate, the connection me and my twin have. I could sit up here and remember the laughter and the jokes and, how flirty we were and stuff like that and stuff. And I can cherish that. And it's like we have to learn how to let go of the things that happen. We can't change what already happened. We can't change what's out of our control. If your person chose someone else or was with someone else, then okay, that's what it is. You gotta look at it as these situations are necessary because these situations are grooming us and changing us and molding us to be who we are. Just look at it. If you being in your lower vibration and your negative energy and your person in their negative energy and y'all coming together, that does nothing but damage and torture. That's like being in a karmic cycle all over again. And that's not the plan. That's not your God's goal and God's goal for you. It's not. It's not your divine order. It's not your divine plan. And you have to understand, like, that karmic situation, that karmic job. Oh, he chose a job over me. Okay, your person probably is a person that's built on stability. They want to make sure that they can provide for you. They want to make sure that when they come in, if it's meant for them to come in, that when they do come in, they come in correctly. They come in as your masculine. They come in as your emperor. They come in as your divine counterpart. And that's something you have to cherish. It's something you have, because remember, you manifested it. You said, I want a man that's a provider. I want a woman or a man that can hold their own. I want a man or a woman that blah, 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 blah. Remember, it's in that manifestation that you wrote about with the type of person that you want. So you have to allow God and the universe and your angels to be able to transform and bring it in. You have to take a step back and say, okay, if spirits say move, move. If spirits say detach, it may be hard, but you have to learn how to just pull yourself back. Like me, I'm a type of person, like, I have to do things cold turkey. I have to just do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Libra. I pull from my Aries energy, very impulsive. So I have to learn how to just do it. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to just learn how to just say, you know what, it's nerve-wracking, I'm nervous, I'm scared, I don't know, I don't know. Good. Be in that I don't know, and pull that shit back. Pull the plug. It's like being on life support. Pull the plug and say, you know what, I'm just gonna flow. Spirit, tell me what to do. Tell me where I need to go. And sometimes they might say, take a nap, go to sleep for the day, take a rest for the day, just rest your body. They did that to me yesterday. I said, what's the plan gonna be? They said the plan gonna be your ass gonna be sleep for the day. And that's something that you just have to learn how to do. You just have to learn how to flow. Their plan might be today, go for a walk. Just go for a 2-hour walk. Go sit in the park for a couple of hours. Today, manifest. Today, listen to music. Today, do this. Today, do that. You have to learn how to follow instructions. That was my thing. I have to learn how to follow instructions. Now I'm listening to my body. If I say, what's today going to be? And it's like, today we just going to be in the house chilling. We're going to go and watch some movies on HBO or Showtime or something like that. And we're going to kick our feet up and we just going to laugh. Then that's the flow I'm going to flow into. Today we're going to go out here and we're going to pump out some videos and stuff like that. That's the flow I'm going to flow into. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to listen to spirit and listen and take instruction. You know what I'm saying? It's like it could definitely be wrecking, but you cannot sit there and put your focus on your divine counterpart because their focus is not on you. That's not an equal give and take, divine feminine. That's not an equal give and take. That's you giving more than anything. And because we're so compassionate, because we're so nurturing, and because we want to coddle, we want to hold, we want. You gotta learn how to say, this not for me. Because if this was for me, then But then you gotta look at their situation. What are they going through? You might not have so much karmic debt to clear out. They might have karmic debt with a lot of people that they have to clear out before they come into you. Because God ain't gonna allow those negative ass people to be in your life. He's not. So your person is going to have to clear out and make space for you. So that means that they're going to have to clear out people and cut people off in order for you to come in. And you have to say, you know what? Okay. You know, spirit might tell you go out there and mingle with people. That don't mean go out there and pop it off and give your cookies away. But go out there and talk to people. Go out there and laugh. Go out on a couple of little dates. Go to a spa. You know what I'm saying? Read a book today. Go to Barnes and Nobles. Like just do something today. Go to the mall. Don't buy anything, but just go to the mall and just be at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Make a TikTok. If you got TikTok, make a TikTok. I don't have no damn TikTok shop, but you know what I'm saying? It's like plan a vacation. Plan a vacation. Update your resume. Apply for some new jobs. Like, are you a creative? What are creative things that you do? Can you cook? Try new recipes, cook up new things. You know what I'm saying? If you got kids, spend more time with your children. Get to learn and know your children. Get to memorize their favorite cartoon, their favorite color. Like, children change their minds all the time. Like, they want to be a cop this week. They want to be a helicopter next week. They want to be a sports car the week after. Like, you have to be in that childlike energy flow. Like, children changes their mind all the time. But you know how imaginative their mind is? Like, I gave this to the divine masculine, and I'm going to get it to y'all. If you have children, or if you know SpongeBob, you remember that episode when SpongeBob and Patrick was in the box in front of Squidward's house, and they were using their imagination, and they were imagining them like at a war and fighting battles and stuff like that. And Squidward was at the window. He was just like, "What the hell? What's going on? What?" And he kept going into the box, like looking into the box, and he couldn't see nothing. He just saw SpongeBob and Patrick just sitting there and looking back at him, and he's like, "What's happening?" Like, I walk away and all this commotion and all of this shit is happening, but when I look into the box, it's nothing there. Y'all have to really use that's creativity. Use your imagination to create what you want. Use your imagination to create that thing. What is it? What is that thing that you desire? What is that thing that your heart screams for? What is that thing that you yearn for? Like, what creativity is it? And remember when he actually made Squidward, Squidward went into the box and Squidward actually opened his mind. He became receptive to being open, into an open energy, and he was just like, well, I'm going to use my imagination. And he used his imagination, and he, it popped off for him. Like, a lot of y'all are so closed-minded, and like, y'all want to be a divine feminine, like y'all want to be in that energy, but then y'all so closed-minded and y'all so negative. Y'all hold a lot of negativity, and y'all hold a lot of anger and a lot of bitterness between y'all, and y'all have to understand, y'all have to learn how to navigate and heal that and figure out why y'all so bitter and hold so much negativity. And what is your real problem with your divine partner? What is your real problem? Is it because he didn't choose you? So your fear of rejection, your fear of abandonment, your fear of not being good enough, your fear of being overlooked and being never chosen. You have to heal that between yourself. You have to be your own best friend. You have to be able, if you can't sit in your house or wherever you at a picnic, take yourself on a picnic or anything and make yourself laugh and crack jokes with yourself and bust out in tears because you're crying over a joke you created in your head, then what the hell are you doing? Because I could sit up here and I can remember jokes I had from friends years ago. I can remember shit from elementary school that was funny, and I can sit up here and bring myself to tears laughing about it. I can sit up here and talk to my spirit guides and my ancestors and whatever and laugh and joke around. Like, you have to get into that energy. Even if you can't hear them, like, you understand, everybody's journey is different. You know, just because somebody else could sit up here and say, oh, they see spirit or they could talk to the, spirits or whatever, you just have to know that they hear you, whether you can physically hear them or hear their voice, they have that back and forth communication. It doesn't matter. They hear you and they're talking to you. They give me downloads. Sometimes I'm on Instagram or YouTube and I'm thinking of something and you get the synchronicities going. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes, like, if you on, like right now it's 2:12. You know what I'm saying? And you get the synchronicities, or you might come across a video that speaks to you, and you just like, wow, like, I feel like somebody is speaking to me. They are speaking to you. This is just their way of giving you the message. And sometimes, like I said, the tower is needed. Sometimes you gotta pull back. And for those who are coming into union with your masculine, just remember, when you pull back, they pull up. When you pull back, they pull up. When you start to detach that energy and you start to go off into, empress mode and be a creative, they feel like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? Oh no, oh no. Like, sometimes it kicks them into, sometimes it's funny because it kicks them into a panic, because it's like, I don't want to lose my person. I don't want to lose my person. My person is leaving. I gotta get out of this. I gotta end this situation. I gotta move. I gotta go. And it kicks them into this panic energy, and it's kind of funny if you think about it, because it's like, when you was putting all your energy onto them, it was like, okay, I can feel this person. I'm feeling suffocated. And it was so much pressure from you coming on, onto them, that they were just like, I can't do this. But the moment you pull back and you change your perspective, remember, y'all are twin souls. So when you pull back and change your perspective, if they pull back and they change their perspective, and sometimes some masculines actually time jump, and they can, just do stuff like this, and then next thing you know, you like, oh wow, I'm changing timelines and stuff like that. Sometimes, like I said, in my family, you are the car, okay? You are the driver, you are the car. You gotta, when you change, they change. And if they don't choose to change and they choose to stay in the spirit, say, you know what, they asked us out, we got somebody else to take their place. And sometimes that's what you need. You need somebody to take your place. And sometimes, until your person could get ready, like I said, if it's meant for your person to come in, like I said, y'all all not going to be together. And it's okay. It's perfectly fine. You gotta look at yourself. If your masculine or your feminine come to you and say, "Listen, I know we have this thing between us, blase, but it's not meant for us to be together. But I want to be your friend." Right? If they say, like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you, but I want to be your friend. Are you mentally mature enough to handle that? Or are you going to go off and say, oh, you was out there fucking with all these other bitches and all these other dudes and blah, 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 and now you want to talk about me? We got this thing going on. We supposed to be divine counterpart. We supposed to be this. Yeah, you could be a divine counterpart and be friends. Have you ever thought of that? Why is it because y'all divine counterparts or y'all have a divine connection, y'all supposed to be in a relationship where y'all intimate with each other? Why can't it be just a friendship where it's like y'all have this unbreakable bond, this unbreakable friendship? Is it because you can't handle it? And if you can't handle that, being a friend, then let it be known. Be like, you know what, my love for you is too strong, and this, that, and the third, and I can't, like, me right now, I can't be a friend because of where I stand, like, my love for you. Like, sometimes you just gotta look at yourself. You gotta face that, and you gotta let it be known. Like, I want to be more than a friend, and right now, where I'm at, I can't accept that right now. I need to heal. I need to do some healing. I need to come into it, and it's okay to let it be known. Like, I need to heal that. And if you are there mentally, then go ahead and be a friend. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, divine feminine, we gotta learn how to, like, step out that masculine energy and more into that feminine energy, And your divine partner probably got to step out that feminine energy and get into that masculine energy. It's an equal give and take. It's an equal give and take. It's life is all about learning, growing, and expansion. Life is all about learning, growing, and expansion. And if you are limiting yourself from growing and expanding, you are limiting yourself as being a creative. If spirit is waking you up at witching hours, say, okay, spirit, I'm up. What happening? What's the message? What you need from me to do? What's going on? What's going on? Huh? Light your sage, say your prayer, and say, go into your meditation and say, spirit, what it is? Show me, tell me, show me. You got me up. What's happening? It's like you got me up. What happening? What I need to what's going on? You know? So that's just what I want to say. Like, take a step back. Don't, if you are going through that bitterness and that, blame game with your divine counterpart, take a step back and figure out why you are in this blame game and why you have so much, you know, um, dislike, distaste for your masculine and the choices that they're making, and because they're not choosing you, and you in those codependent and that fear of rejection, your fear of abandonment and stuff like that, things that you don't want to heal, and your fear of and your lack of self-worth and your lack of self, just you just don't your lack of self-love, period. It's like you want to have control, so you're being manipulative and narcissistic towards your masculine or your feminine, and they got their own shit to go on with. They got their own shit that they got to handle with, people that they got to cut out and do all this shit with. Yeah, they might be in a situation where they're getting magic used upon them, and you got to take a step back and be like, well, they got to. What's going to happen? They have to come out of that themselves. They have to look at people and recognize people for who they actually are, in order to say, you know what, this is what the situation is. Like I said, when you pull back, they pull up. And some of y'all might not get the communication from your divine being, the I'm sorry or can we have a talk. And you might have to heal that yourself. And it's okay. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Because at the end of the day, your life will still go on and you will encounter a soulmate. And sometimes spirit will put a soulmate in your energy and in your life until your counterpart is ready, for those who are meant to come into union with their counterpart. So this is what you need to know about yourself, divine feminine. This is what you need to know. Get it together. Get it all the way together. Get it all the way together. Pull back and say, what do I need to do? Like I have this thing that I do. I'm gonna put my YouTube, my Instagram, the Collective Consciousness 777. I'm gonna put that in the link down below. But I do a thing every morning where I call it the Mental Check-in and the Daily Intention. So, the mental, the mental health check-in is you just write, you know, how you want your day to go from beginning to end. Like, do you want to laugh more? Do you want to, it's just a lot of things, right? So the mental health check-in that I have is, number one, acknowledge how you feel in the morning, because whatever you do or however you start your morning typically has an overall, you know, indication on how your day is going to end, right? It typically affects the rest of your day. So acknowledge how the number one. This is what I do. You can take this, you can use exactly what I do. You can remix it. You can put your own shit into it, add your own sauce to your flavors and whatever, right? So what I do, I like to acknowledge how I wake up in the morning. How do I wake up? Do I wake up happy? Do I wake up, angry? Do I wake up like, not in it? Do I wake up with a headache? Like, how do you wake up in the morning? And the next thing that I do is, before my feet touch the ground, like when I wake up, I go instantly into a prayer. I thank God for allowing me, I thank God for everything. I go into the prayer, I thank God, and then I go into a prayer where I thank my ancestors, spirit guides, spirit animals, archangels, and other angels that watches over me and stuff like that. So that's just what I do. Like I said, you can follow these steps. You can create your own. Then Then after that, I try to remember my dream. Or what if you are a person that get a lot of downloads when you're in that in between state, when you're like sleep but awoke, and you can hear music and you can hear voices and downloads, and you can hear, spirit or whatever talking, or whoever's talking to you. Try to remember what you hear, and even if you can't remember the entire thing, I like to say the things that you remember are the things that you need to know, and the things that you can't remember are things that you don't need to know. So try to remember your dreams and things that you hear and music that you hear, and write it down. Write it down. Keep you a journal or something by your bed, and even if you got to put bullet points because you can't remember a story, just put bullet points in it. It's all going to make sense somewhere down the line. Everything is going to make sense somewhere down the line. You're going to be able to look back and go, oh my fucking gosh, that's what this was. I'm telling you, this is what you're going to do, right? Um, like I said, pay attention to anything you get, any music, any messages, any downloads you get before you actually are awoke, and pay attention to what you get when you are awake. Like that moment you wake up, pay attention to how you feel in those messages, those downloads and stuff that you get and stuff like that. Because sometimes when I wake up and after I do my prayer, I get a song and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, and I just start singing a song. Um, Let me see. And get yourself together. Like me, before I come into my spiritual space where I'm sitting down and I'm really talking to spirit and I'm going through pulling my cards and stuff like that, I like to spiritually cleanse myself. So I like to take a shower. I like to wash my face, brush my teeth, and stuff like that before I come and I really talk to spirit. I like to just be fresh, be clean. Um, you can do some, and before I meditate and stuff like that, you can, like I said, it depends on you if you want to wake up and say a prayer and go and get into a meditation and talk to spirit or whatever. Do whatever feels comfortable. Do what you feels good for you. This is just what I do, but do what feels good for you in that state. And as you say your showers and stuff like that, you could say you can say your affirmations of release. And as like I said, as you wash yourself off, you can say your affirmation of release. And as you lather, your soap and your body wash yourself on, you can say your affirmations, like your affirmations for success or positivity and stuff like that. Like, release the old to bring in the new. So you can do that. Start some aromatherapy when you get out. Like I said, you could definitely light your candles, your incense. Um, you know, if you have like like a oil type of aromatherapy type of vapor situation, you can do that. Like whatever is going to get that aroma, that smell good going on, right? Um, Definitely do that. And then after that, like I like to take a good 10 minutes to myself to just think and be one with myself. You can take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, and whatever. And just be one with your thoughts. Acknowledge what you feel and what you think. And like I said, at the end of it, you can write it all down when you're done, where however long you want to take time to just be one with your thoughts. Write it down, write it down, write it down. You can write it as a story or you can write it as bullet points or whatever. And just allow your, like I said, allow your thoughts to roam, but take a notice and pay attention to what you think about and why. And if it's something that you consistently think about, like throughout the day, then kind of try to figure out why you think about it so much. Like, what significance does it have to you? Like I said, and I like to talk to my spirit guides. Like I talk to them as friends. Like I said, me and my spirit guides, my ancestors, my archangels, whatever. Like I talk to them as friends. Like I can sit up here and literally crack jokes and stuff like that, and laugh and have myself in tears and stuff like that. I could watch a movie and get so hyped and be like, "Yo, did y'all see that? Oh wow, that part was so crazy!" Like I could get really, really hyped, and I could really just like and like just be in my own element with them. So definitely be in that element with your guides and your ancestors and your angels and stuff like that. Just really be in that, especially God. Just with the universe, with your divine beings, please. Just be in that energy. And talk to them as friends. And just be open and free. Like if you want to cry, cry. If you want to laugh, laugh. Just be open, be free, because they know you can't fake or fool them. They know. And then another thing I like to do, I like to light my my Palo Santo, my sage, I like to light. Sometimes if I have both, I like both of them, and I just, welcome, positive energy, clear out any negativity, like whatever space that you're in. If you're in your room, your living room, your kitchen, whatever, just clear out the energy in there. Make sure your windows and your doors is open, and clear out the energy and stuff like that you have in there, and invite, the angels of love and light and stuff like that in, and push out all negativity. And then set your intentions for the day. Now you can write your intentions, like I said, in a little journal, or in your notes in your phone or whatever, or on paper or whatever. And your intentions for today, um, it's whatever you want to accomplish for the day. So if it's smiling more, laughing more, being kinder to people, if it's fasting for a certain amount of hour, if it's drinking more water, if it's eating a little bit more healthier, it's like you're going out there, you're getting you a salad instead of getting you a burger. If it's going out, like I said, you could go out anywhere, go out for a walk or whatever it is. It's just that one, that's something that you can do to make your day a little bit better. If it's laughing more, cracking jokes more, being more friendly to people, being more open to yourself, and more open to spirit and the universe to be able to allow magnificent shit to happen. Like I said, if it's a car that you're interested in, or you want, like, do your research for a car. If it's updating your resume, your cover letter, applying for jobs, um, applying for schools or looking into certain schools, business, if it's starting a business, or what you can do to promote your business or enhance your business, definitely do that. These are just intentions that you can do, that you make up for yourself, that you can do to better your day. And then when 2 weeks, you never know, like 2 weeks later, you might go back to the first things that you wrote, and next thing you know, you're like, wow, like I really accomplished that. Like I accomplished all those things, and they don't have to be a whole entire list. They could be two, three, four, five things. I like to keep it at a five maximum, because it's like you're not putting that much expectations on yourself. You're just, even if it's two things, like laugh more and go out, you know, something that you can do, something that you can do. Create a new beauty regimen. Like uh start a YouTube or whatever. Like really try to let go fear. Do more meditation. Like it could be things like that. Like meditate. More throughout the day and stuff like that and whatever. Like say positive affirmations throughout the day, and just things like that. And then the next thing I like to do. After I set my intentions, I like to find a meditation that works for me. Sometimes I will ask spirit what chakras I should work on. Sometimes I already know what chakras I need to work on. Or sometimes it's like you could do a meditation for releasing fear and negativity and subconscious and stuff like that. You could do a meditation. They have 15-minute meditations, 20, 30 minutes, an hour, several hours, or even better, overnight sometimes. Sometimes I just let my phone just go overnight, and just let the meditations go. Um, a meditation, and meditate on your intention. So if you say, spirit, who's in my energy, what do I need to know, what I got going on for me today. Just make sure that you're clear, and you are, really just clear on your intention, on what you want to know, or whatever the situation may be, between however you connect to your spirit guide, your source, your higher power, is between you and them. It's how y'all communicate. Everybody communicates different. Um, ask them what you need to know, where you need to move forward to, things like that. Things that you need to ignore, or whatever you're ignoring, or whatever. And after I do my meditations, I always acknowledge what I see, what I felt, what I've heard. Um, and I write it all down. I get my book and I write it down. I write it down. This is what I saw in the meditation. I saw this. I saw this. I saw this. I saw this. And how did they make you feel in those moments? Like when you saw it, how did it make you feel? Because like I said, meditation, you could. It's like answered prayers. It's like answered questions in meditation. Like I've seen a lot of things in my meditation, and I just take note of them. And I, you could say a prayer of protection again. Like I said, you're always protected. like I said, and just do your thing. And then, you know, and the last thing I like to do, I just like to go through my day and my moment and just being happy, say my affirmation, and just try not to allow negativity to enter my positive energy. I like to push all of that out. And like I said, throughout the day, remember to watch your thoughts. Keep them high, and if you feel like you know your vibe is lowering, like if you're really really high 1 minute and then over something you just feel like you're crashing, definitely you know pray to God, pray to your ancestors, try to figure out what's going on. Like if somebody tampering with your energy, projecting something on you, or you know maybe you know it's like a sugar crash. Maybe you need to eat something or drink something to get your sugar back up. So maybe you're crashing in your sugar because you haven't eaten or whatever it is. You know, just think positives. Don't think negative. If you're a person that watches you tarot or a lot of you know things and it's a lot of negativity, just turn get off of it. Just get off and say, Spirit, only show me and align me to things of higher power and of high vibration. Like I don't want to watch anything or be connected to anyone that's still serving or in a lower vibration. Like this is where I want to go. So this is the energies that I want to connect to. Definitely make it clear of what you want and where you're trying to go. Um, uh, like I said, don't forget to keep healing, and asking spirit to show you things that you need to heal on, because it's best for you. So divine feminine, this is your thing. Like I said, that's my mental health check-in and the things that I like to do today. Like me today, my intentions is to go and get me some toothpaste because your girl running low, and I'm gonna go for a walk while I'm out there. I'm gonna go for a walk. Like I said, yesterday, Spirit set my ass down and I slept and I listened to meditation and I slept the day away. Today it's like get up, just do something really simple, get outside, get some fresh air, and just relax and just breathe. Remember, divine feminine, to breathe. Just breathe. Do some breathing exercises, okay? Definitely do some breathing exercises, like trying to clear out that anxiety, you know. So Divine Feminine, this is y'all message. I want to thank y'all for, you know, taking the time out to really listen. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe to the channel. Share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like I said, my Anchor podcast and my Instagram will be in the description box below. And I will be back again sometime soon with another divine feminine and divine masculine check-in. Like I said, on my Instagram I do have a daily mental check-in that I do, so definitely subscribe, follow that channel. I do them all live and stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.